Hello everyone, I'm Teresa from 10 Minutes to Health and we're going through a few back care exercises. So with all of these, just take them at your own pace. Even small movements is beneficial, but only do it as comfort allows. So to start off with, we're going onto our hands and knees and going to do a camel exercise. So on your hands and knees, keep them both about hip width apart. What you're going to do is you're going to draw in your tummy muscles, round your back, round your shoulders, bring the head down, and then slowly you're going to start to arch your back, lift the chest up. Okay, so draw in the tummy muscles, arch the back, round the shoulders, bring your head down, then slowly arch the back, lift the chest up, lift the head up. Just take this at your own pace. So draw in the tummy muscles, rounding the back, rounding the shoulders, bringing the head down. Then slowly arching the back, lifting the chest up, lifting the head up. Good, let's do that a few more times here. So rounding the back, drawing in the tummy muscles, rounding the shoulders, bringing the head down. Then slowly releasing, starting to arch the back, drawing the chest up, bringing the head up. Good, one more time. So drawing in the tummy muscles, rounding the back, bringing the head down, rounding the shoulders. Good. And then dropping the tummy down, arching the back, lifting the chest up, lifting the head up. Okay, then what I want you to find is somewhere in between rounding the back and arching the back. So try and find a midway point. So once you've got that point where you're not totally arched, you're not totally rounded, keep it there, draw in the tummy muscles, and I just want you to bring your hips side to side. So you're doing a sideways movement with the bottom of your spine now. Okay? So you might feel a slight stretch either side when you're doing this. Again, just do to what comfort allows you to. Good, just a nice sideways movement. Okay? And then let's just do some arching and rounding again. So whenever you're rounding the back, just really try and draw in those tummy muscles, get them working when you're doing this. Again, take it at your own pace, so just rounding and then arching. Then I want you to try and find that nice neutral position again. So not rounded and not arched, somewhere in the middle. Draw in the tummy muscles and then just move your hips side to side. So try and keep your upper body still. You're just moving your hips side to side. Just kind of do what feels good for you, really. Just keep moving them. Just doing what comfort allows. Side to side. Okay, do a couple more and then come back to the centre. So we're going to go on to what's called a Superman exercise now. So we're going to take it one limb at a time though. So really draw the tummy muscles in here. And I want you to lift your left arm up, keeping everything perfectly still. Lift the left arm out in front of you. And then bring it back down. And then lift the right arm out in front of you, keeping everything perfectly still, drawing that tummy muscle in. Bringing it back down again. So on the left side again, lifting the left arm out in front of you, keeping everything still, drawing in the tummy muscles. And then the same with the right arm. Okay. Let's do that one more time. So left arm right out in front of you. And then back down again. Keeping everything still. Then onto the right side. Straight out in front. Back down. Okay, so keeping everything still, we're going to move on to the legs now. With your left leg, take it behind you and straight. Keeping everything perfectly level and still. Drawing in those tummy muscles. And then back down. Now the right leg, bring that back behind you. Keeping everything perfectly still. Tummy muscles drawn in. Good. And then back down. Let's go on to the left leg again. So take it out behind you. Keeping everything perfectly still. And then bring it back down. Then with the right side, bring it out behind you. Good. And then bring it back down. So let's go back to the arms. We're going to do left arm, right leg, one at a time. So let's start with the left arm. So bringing it out in front of you, keeping those tummy muscles drawn, then back down. Let's go to the right arm, bring that out in front, and back down to the left leg, taking that behind you, good, and back down, and to the right leg, bring that behind you, good, and back down. To the left arm, straight out in front of you, and then back down. To the right arm, out in front of you, nice and straight, and back down to the left leg, keeping everything perfectly still, good, back down, and to the right leg behind you, keeping everything straight, good, and back down. Back to the left arm, out in front of you, good, back down. To the right arm, in front of you, back down. To the left leg, good, and back down, and to the right leg. Nice and straight, everything still, good, back down. Right, bring your knees wide if you need to. What you're going to do is you're just going to send your bottom onto your heels, bring your arms out in front of you, so it's called like a child's pose. And bring the head to the floor, just relax here for about 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, just feel that stretch. You can have your legs wider if you need to. Just having some deep breaths here. Keep holding that nice stretch. Okay, come up out of that. And we're going to sit down and go onto our backs now. We're going to go onto what's called a bridge. And do some movements from that position. So onto your backs, feet about hip width apart, knees bent. So what I want you to do is just starting with hands on your hips. I want you to flatten your back into the ground and then release it again. Maybe arch your back slightly. So flatten the back into the ground, using those tummy muscles, and then arching the back. Okay, so flattening the back into the ground, using those tummy muscles, and relaxing and arching the back slightly. So we're just doing a gentle rocking motion with the hips. So if you've got your hands on your hips, you should be able to feel them rocking back and forth ever so slightly. Let's do a couple more here. So flatten the back, drawing the tummy muscles, and then arching the back. Okay, let's do one more of those, flattening the back, and then arching. Okay, so this time flatten the back against the floor, squeeze the bottom muscles, and just lift the hips up off the floor to what's comfortable. If you can bring them so that your knees, your hips, and your shoulders are all in line, that's great. And then slowly lower back to the floor, trying to focus on putting one vertebrae at a time onto the floor, and arching the back once you're down, flattening the back again, squeezing the bottom, lifting the hips up off the floor, trying to get so the knees, the hips, the shoulders are all in line, and then trying to curl the spine back onto the floor, gently curling it down. Good. And release. One more time, so flatten the back against the floor, squeeze the bottom muscles, lift the hips up so that the knees, the hips, the shoulders are all in line, and then curl your spine back down onto the floor. Make it really nice and controlled. Good. Then bring the knees into the chest and give them a hug. Okay, you can do some small movements so you can rock side to side if that feels good for you. Just feeling that nice stretch on the lower back with this. Then pop the feet back on the floor, one at a time if you need to. Then you're just going to drop your knees down to one side, bring them up again, and down to the other side. Again, just go to as far as what's comfortable with these. Okay, good. We'll just do one more on each side. And then you're going to bring your knees into your chest again, just to finish. Good. So hug the knees into the chest. You can rock around a little bit if you need to. Okay, and then just release one leg at a time. You can roll onto your side so it's easier to get up into sitting. Push up with your hand and back up into a sitting position. So like I said before, just take all of those exercises at your own pace and just do what's comfortable for you.